How you all doing, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Car Talk. We were episode 3, and as promised in the last video, I said we was going to talk a little bit about the 1950s Dinkies. We've got some early 50s cars in here, some mid 50s, some early 60s as well. But it's a lovely selection, as per usual. I've tried to pick up a few nice bits. As you can see, some of these are probably the best condition ones you will find. So I'm lucky enough that I've got a few sources that bought out toy shops in the late 1970s. So in a sense, all this is ex-toy shop stock, so it's quite sad really that they've never been played with, because as I said in a previous video, they were toys. So we've got a couple of examples in here from both the British factory and also the French factory. We've got a lovely Lincoln there, and also we've got an absolutely crisp mint Renault. As you can see, looks exactly as the day it was made. The base is beautiful, and just check out this box, guys. That is all original, but as you can see, it's as crisp as the day it was made, which is a nice feature to have, really. So okay, a little bit of history on the Dinky toys. As we know, they were originally called the Hornby miniatures, until it caught on. I think it was about 1934, something like that. It started to take over the Dinky toy name. As you know, during the war period, it was 1941 to 1945, there wasn't a single Dinky toy made because of all of the factories were in the war geared to war, really. I said Dinky was helping out with the manufacturing parts, but along the Christmas times during this period, Dinky did release some of the cars that were made pre-war, and they were released as a Christmas special, really, just to show they were still making the toys. And yeah, from there on out, Corgi and Dinky had some rivalry battles. As you know, Meccano released Corgi toys in 1956, and these were called the ones with windows, because as you can see, some of the, where are we? As you can see, Dinky toys didn't really have much competition going up through the late 40s, early 50s. So to them it was the basic shell of the vehicles, no interiors, no windows. And of course Meccano then brought out the range in 1956, which later on went to Corgi toys, which were known as the one with windows. And that's when Dinky caught on to it and started to become a lot more sophisticated. Of course, you've got the nice interiors, you've got the glazing like Corgi had, and then it was a race to who could do what first. You've got the working suspension, you've got the fingertip steering, which is still fully working. And of course, later on in the years, you'll notice Dinky had things like the Wenger coach with the working lights, and always you could always see on the boxes another first, because it was literally was a battle with each other. I know you notice majority of these cars, being earlier ones, they haven't got no dual headlamps, because that was another big feature for Corgi and Dinky. But the first Dinky toys to have the dual headlamps was in 1963, which was a Holden Special Saloon. It's an Australian car, which I sell a lot of them to Australia these days, believe it or not. But anyway, let's take you back to this video. Out of all the cars you can see in front of us, probably one of the favourite for me is the Beetle. Being a Volkswagen fan that I am anyway, and I said this is the more scarce green opposed to the quite common blue you find. And this is a lovely all original example, complete with original box, and of course the correct colour end tab, which is important. We've got a lovely Sunbeam. Again, just look at the condition on this, guys. This is one of my ex-shop stock. So that, you know, 1950s, it looks exactly like it was made yesterday, let's be honest. Look at the base, there's no rust on the base. It's clean as you will find it, really. We've got the AC Coupe. Now this is the earlier one without the spun hubs. A couple of little nicks here and there. Renault, the lovely two-tone paint. Just looking at her, you can tell it just wants to go fast. So it screams that lovely 50s, late 50s design. Again, complete with the original box and correct colour end tab. As you'll notice, the box has a spun hubs, which is correct for this period. So this means it was at the point where it was changing over to that. We've got earlier Ferrari Racing Car. Again, all original example. Quite common to see the little nick on the driver's head, because that's what just caught everything. Also at the front here. So you think kids used to just race these around like they would have seen the real cars doing. So this is the original box again, complete with all end flaps. Got a little bit of wear in the one corner. The original price of 2 and 6. but it's a nice example. We've got the Mini Traveller. Again, I know we just seen this a minute ago, but the condition is fantastic. Yeah, got a bit of Italy here with the Fiat 600. And a lot of people just think it's a 500. It's not. This is 600. You can tell it's a slightly different car. The windows are quite longer. It's more of a coupe style. Bit of a fatter body, should we say? Because if you notice the comparison between the car and the bonnet at the front, it just looks a bit weird, should we say? But the real cars are like that as well. And of course, being the slightly smaller scale, it's almost got the Dublo type wheels, which I'll feature Dublos in another video. Of course, they were the little ones to go with the railways. But as you can see, the base is fantastic. We've got another one of my favourites, which is the Renault, which I know we've just seen this a minute ago. But honestly, guys, that is perfect. You seriously would struggle to find a nicer example than that. So important to have the base. And quite a few of these French ones like that. I got the drill holes through the base. Next to it, we've got the Iii Saloon, which I think this is a nicer colour to the more creamier colour that's out there. Yeah, and this is a bit of a cleaned love example, shall we say. It's got some chips, but it's displayable, because to me, I do like them with a bit of character. Okay, we got a couple of the vans at the back, but we've got the Mersey Tunnel in Liverpool, the Land Rover. Just looking at it, you just think it would be a police vehicle, a fire vehicle, sorry, but it's not. It's the police vehicle. So they're complete with the original tow bar, which doesn't look like it's ever been used. Now from the commercials, we've got the Royal Mail van. Again, important that the livery is still very displayable. Lovely clean base again. It's got both headlamps. As you can see, that's very clean. Couple of little rub marks on the roof, probably from being sliding around in the box over the years. And now this is an interesting one, guys. Let me bring this down here. I actually bought this from a collection in Oxford, which I actually pulled down from the guy's attic. Now the van is gorgeous condition-wise on this. On the Trojan is lovely. The livery is good. It's nice and bright. Base is lovely. Let's take you to the box. Now, as you can see, the colour comparison between the boxes. But this is all original. Doesn't look it. I know it's hard. But believe it or not, guys, this was actually in an old suitcase which was left open. So it's been out in the elements for a good 50-something years. That was attached. As soon as I opened the box, it just fell apart because it was so fragile. As you can see, the colour difference, what the dust and the elements have done to it over the years. But that's an original box, even if it doesn't look like it, which does hurt the value somewhat, but it's better than having no box. And if they've been together for 60 years nearly, leave them together. Got the lovely Ovaltine van. These Bedford vans are great. You see the livery again on this. Nice example. It's still very much displayable. Base is beautiful. It's been protected over the years. And the box is lovely and crisp. Now next to it, we've got an observation coach. Now the buses, I can appreciate them. I do like them, don't get me wrong, but for me, it's the cars that I enjoy. Again, it's a lovely all original example. Lovely clean base. It's been looked after. And of course, then Dinky started doing some of the American cars, which, in a way, if you look back on it, they are very, very selective. Of course, like the Cadillacs, the Packards. I suppose this is what you think of America. You think of a Cadillac. And I see one of these boats cruising around, as we say, would be pretty special. But again, this is an all original example. Original driver, original screen. And what I like is you can just see the base through on the inside as well, where it's stamped. But it's a nice example. A few little chips here and there. But in a whole, it's lovely. And let's take you back to this Lincoln. Now this actually came originally from a guy's collection in London. So it hasn't been on the circuit before. as we call it. Look at the artwork on that box, beautiful. And of course, as with many French dinkies, it stands out just looking at them. Okay, this Lincoln is gorgeous, and it's a different colour as well to what you tend to see. Of course, it's like that dull sort of green, like a grape green colour you normally see. So this blue is a pleasant change. A little rub mark there for where it's been in the box, more than likely. The glazing is perfect, there's not even a scratch on them. The original white tyres, and of course this is an all original example, and I think this would stand out in anyone's collection really. It is gorgeous. Of course you've got the Healy boat, again near mint, all original. Just look at that, guys. Now they're so easy to come off, so we'll just pop it off. Original screen, good condition. The plastic is perfect, and they do float. Yes, I've tried them before. I said I wouldn't recommend it, but if you want to try it, but please guys, make sure you dry the boat properly before you put it back in the box, because that wouldn't be a good thing to do. Back on the American theme, we've got the Canadian Fire Chief Nash, and lovely example. And it's got the glazing but no interior in this, so this is late 50s. It's just fun. I'd like one of these myself in real life, if I'm honest. And the next one to take you to is a Sunbeam. Now this is an interesting one, because when I bought it myself I thought, my colour's a bit strange on that, because obviously it's a bit more of a vibrant red normally. But it is all original, and as you can see, I thought, oh, alright, it's been out in the box, it's just been faded.